Good morning, guys. Let's go. Welcome up to the Stocked Up live stream here. I appreciate you guys joining up today. As always, thanks to everybody who's always here. Thanks to all the fresh faces for joining up. Man, we are going to have a crazy, crazy day here. We're finally starting to see some of these bigger tech stocks like AMD starting to trade lower. One big area of support I'm watching this morning is this area from yesterday, right around 117.50. to right around, I'd say, like 116.50 there. It's going to be pretty important to, look at some of these bigger levels down here to the downside and, man, start to really watch AMD falling over here. If we could start to really fall under 117.50, that could be pretty big. Now, I'm really going to look for some downwards momentum here. I feel like that it's almost time for puts in the stock market here. Like, we are very, very close to the point, I think, of starting to turn over, and SPY is showing that. So that's great to see. SPY just broke under 426.50. That's actually looking like a pretty good sell-off here to start off the day. So really watch out for puts here, guys. I think that we're going to be definitely looking at something like that. And hey, good morning, guys. Tangi says, happy Taco Tuesday. Let's go, Tangi. I love tacos. I'll definitely take some tonight, that's for sure. But wow, that's a pretty crazy day so far here today. Ali says, stocks look bloody today. Yes, they do. It's definitely not the best day. SPY is starting off bloody. Look at Apple. Turn over here at market open. I mean, that is a brutal there. I mean, man, it's about to break 178, which was Mike's level. Woo. Damn, watch. I'm telling people to watch Apple under Mike's level. Yeah, that's looking pretty good here, though. Apple's really trading lower. Man, I hope it keeps going, to be honest. I mean, we're due for some puts. That was a pretty bad move down yesterday, despite a lot of the a lot of the good news with Apple. I know we were actually really hyping up their event yesterday. At least I was. I love that event. That was one of the better events that I've seen in the stock market in a long time. So that's good to see there with Apple. Let's see Tesla. Ooh, they're actually turning over under 214, under 215 there. That is looking rough, guys. Wow, looking brutal there. I actually have them under $215, so we broke very slightly. We need to continue down with some good momentum on this one. Hopefully it's not a little fake out on us. I hope it really keeps going. Man, what a move, though, with Apple so far. That was pretty brutal to see right out the gates. Look at Microsoft. Microsoft actually looks worse. Even worse, or I should say even better if you're playing puts. Man. Yeah, if you're playing puts, check out Microsoft. Coming down hard as well with Apple. Wow, how about Nvidia, AMD? Yeah, Nvidia, another one. Looking brutal there. AMD's falling. Well, I should say AMD's actually just consolidating a little bit. Man, that is brutal looking with SPY, though. Definitely keep your eye on puts today. I do not, now, whenever I say I don't see a pullback coming in, like, I could see, maybe SPY moving up to, like, here again, or maybe 427.50 and back down, but I don't really see anything above that resistance from last night or early this morning around that 427.50 area. I don't really see us getting back above there. Now, is it possible? Yes, but I feel like we're going to start bouncing off some of these resistances and starting to move down. That was a pretty big sign yesterday with how successful that Apple event was and how negative the stock moved. I think that was a big showing there. And people should see that and be a little bit more worried about it, in my opinion here. Yeah, Tessie's going down, Sean. Definitely not good. That's what I saw your comment earlier, made me look at Tesla. Ooh, brutal for Tessie. Brutal there. Rocky, good morning. Hey, good morning, everybody. Ali, Manny, Jamie, Tangi, Spacely, Sim. Thank you, guys. It says General Motors. Let's see. Okay. All right, General Motors actually doesn't look too bad. It's actually holding up a lot better than I would have thought. Yeah, I really would have thought we saw some, saw some more price action out of Ford, maybe, with that Tesla news from last week. That really helped on Wednesday and Thursday get us back up, but we're just not breaking that resistance very well. Still watching this setup on the daily with Ford. It's been moving down into this trend line for a while. We're about to have our third touch of this trend line. Usually stocks don't break on only the third touch, so I'm not really necessarily looking for like a huge breakout right now, but I am watching this setup as it develops, and I will be watching it close because we are getting close to that level. Like, if it does break, then you could play it, but usually I don't see the third touch break out as often. It could happen, though. Could happen. Eric says that they need Disney at 95. By what day, Eric? Let me know by what day. I think I remember you saying this yesterday. I just can't remember the date on it. It really is looking pretty fire today, though. I'll take that with Disney. That's a perfect dot right there, moving up to $92 this morning. Let's go. That's awesome. I love to see that. Keep it up. Let's see what's leading our watch list here. We have X moving up. LI. I kind of like X right here. Watch X. It's starting to break out. Ooh. X. X doesn't look bad. Watch X, guys. I talked about this in either Sunday night's video or last night's video, and it just consolidated, really starting to break that 2230 area right there overhead. Looking kind of fire. I like to see that. Good job. Go back to Apple and Microsoft and the others. And Apple really looks like it's turning over here. I mean, hard. I mean, it's starting to look more scrumptious than a real Apple turnover. Like, I could go for one of those right now for breakfast. Gosh, that sounds good now. Now I want an Apple turnover, guys. I want it on the stock, and I want it as a food as well. Apple turnover. Yeah, X is going. It's looking pretty decent here today. I hope it keeps breaking here, which I think it will. You know, usually X gets some decent momentum when it starts to break like this, so hoping for a move. Let me close that chart real quick. Peter says, why is X running? Well, I don't really look at the, you know, totally specifics every single time, more of just chart setup. Let's see. As of June 2nd, which was 4 days ago, they say shares of metal companies are trading higher under new economic optimism, following passage of the debt bill. China's working on measures to support property market, which could support steel demand or metals demand, I guess. So that's really all I'm seeing there. They actually had some downgrades a while ago, but yeah, I just think it's normal price action here. You know, just seeing normal price action up above 22.30. It's not like they're up a lot, you know, like in retrospect, like this stock has a long way to go. Like it's not like it's moving like with any news or anything. It's not like Disney yesterday. You know how Disney has that big catalyst and had that big candle come in and all that. We no big candles or nothing. Just looks like normal. How's gold though? Maybe those are going up, pushing them higher. Yeah, not really the best here. LV, GLD. That is a little weird there. X. It's actually now starting to come back down, and like a little fake out happened there on X. Uh-oh. Come on, X, don't do that. No fake outs. Chart setup's looking good, though. I like how it's holding up here in a strong way, and whenever you zoom out a lot, you know, like even a small move up to like 25 is fairly safe on a stock like X. Like when you look at the daily, like a retest of 25 would be nothing for this stock. Even a 24 retest, it would just be a normal little pop back. For this stock to get some good momentum, it would have to be, you know, getting back to like 30 bucks or something like that. But it's looking good off this lower support. The daily gives me more confidence than anything. Like it might not break out today, but I feel like over the next few days, this stock has the potential to start to get back up at least to that 24 area where there were all those wicks right here that I'm highlighting. So many wicks and hits right around there. So yeah, I could see a move back up into that. At least something close. Yeah, I'm with you. I'll take a turnover. Tangy for sure. Hey, Purdy, get him. Yeah, get off the stream. Get to the hospital, man. Don't worry about the stocks today. They're probably just going to be puts. It looks like Apple, the big dog's pulling back on us, so we're going to have to be watching for puts all over the place today. That's funny, Purdy. He says, Tom, you getting into Tesla calls down here under 215. No. I'm looking at Tesla puts under 215, Purdy. Tesla puts. I hope I didn't misspeak today. Hang on. Okay. Yeah, so it might have been a little bit confusing when I said this. I said I'm trying to short Tesla today. Calls are still in play though, don't worry. So I'm looking for a play for Tesla to fall under 215 this morning. It's a decent area of support from the past few days. So I'm looking forward to go under 215 for a short play on, obviously, you know, picking up puts. Not shorting puts, but longing puts, as we know. Bearish sentiment on the stock. And then I said we'll look at calls if Tesla breaks above 218. So I'm actually more into puts right now as a momentum play to the downside since we broke some of these big levels and tech is just so overextended. I'm more of into puts right now than I am calls. Calls would have been if we broke above that 218 high overhead. Then it would have been calls. But right now it's actually looking fire under 215, guys. Looking pretty good. Let's go. Yeah, that's good there. Keep it up, Tesla. Keep on going down. Looking like a great short opportunity today, guys. One of the better ones in the market. Love to see that. Boom. Big break of support. There we go. I love to see that, Tesla. Keep that momentum going, baby. That's fantastic there. So they have the June 9th expiration on Disney for the 95 strike. Now, I really like it with that news that came in, but I still think it's going to be hard for Disney to get up that high. But, you know, with the news that came in, I think you're good to go. So you should be good to go. A great pop on Disney. I love to see that one. 92.18 now. Look at it go. Let's go. Keep going, Disney. I love to see that, guys. I mean, that's so cool to see Disney running the way it is right there. Oh, Lord. Great right there. How's DraftKings? You know, I haven't seen anything about them today. DKNG, they're actually looking pretty damn good, too. Man, guys, watch the growth stocks. Yeah, growth. Man, DraftKings, that is fire there. How's Zoom? Oh, Zoom, no. Zoom, I like that with Zoom, but it just needs to have some better movement, I think. Man. That Disney play is looking good, though. Come on, Disney, let's go. 92.50 now? Hell yeah, that news yesterday is going to be great for them, guys. I think that's going to drive a bunch of investors back into this one. Driving them right back in, and where were they? They were right off support. Like, right off of it, of course. Now, this doesn't mean that they're going to keep ripping up, you know, totally from here, but it's looking like a pretty damn good setup, I'd say. Looking good to me. Let me know how you guys feel about Disney. Do you guys like some of the cool stuff that came out yesterday? Also, if you need some help, maybe, with Disney, or maybe you didn't see the events yesterday or something like that, I can always check out Disney on the charts and maybe get up some cool videos from yesterday from Apple's event, because, man, that was one of the coolest events I've seen in a while. And with Disney, it was one of the coolest things I ever saw whenever I saw the sports thing go on. Let's go ahead and find it here. Apple, Disney, WWDC. See if we can find the Disney part of it. All right, here we go.
It's a privilege to be here with you for this momentous event. As the Walt Disney Company celebrates our 100th anniversary, we're proudly reflecting on our rich legacy of just some of the things that
I won't bore you. I'll skip it to where we get to see the goods, right? Here we go. Check this out, guys. It's sick. For anyone who already saw it, you know, just live with us for a second.
What if all the things that we thought were impossible were suddenly possible? You could experience your favorite stories.
Look at how badass this looks.
In unexpected ways. Or in unbelievable places.
That is cool.
You could do more.
Okay, now this is the part that I think is going to really revolutionize the way that people watch sports. Wait till you guys see this. Now, I'm somebody, obviously, with multiple monitors, multiple TVs, stuff like that around here. I always have tons of games going on at the same time. Tons. Every night, probably, like 1, 2, 3 games at least. So, this is cool. Watch the way that these sports pop up on this screen.
You could do more than just watch sports.
Look at how they're getting the stats to pop up. The players, cool things are popping up. Graphics, like when the touchdowns happen. A guy starts dancing in your living room. like, oh my gosh, guys. Like, this is gonna be revolutionary here.
You could be at the game without leaving your home. Or be part of the action like never before.
Look at this crap. Like, what is this? If I could watch a game overhead like that, I mean, I'm gonna explode, guys. I don't know what else they could do.
What if you could travel?
This is just like one of the coolest things I've ever seen in my entire life. And I feel like that what Apple's doing here with their headset is exactly what everybody has always wanted from these headsets. It's exactly what people have always thought could be possible, and now it's actually finally happening. Of course, Meta has their headsets. To be honest, their headsets blow compared to what I'm seeing on the Apple event there. I mean, that is just insane. So, already back to 1528, Tangy says, with Palantir. Uh-oh. Okay, it's not looking too bad, though, Tangy, but yeah, it did. It fell down, came all the way back. Now it's kind of going lower. Kind of seems like a bearish setup here to me, to be honest. Seems a little bearish. Hey, if you guys are enjoying the stream right now, smash that like button. See what we have here. Catherine says, what do you think about CHPT calls? SOL says, thoughts on Alibaba. We have a question about Neo. Yeah, so Neo looks pretty rough, like it's going to be turning over here. Now, Baba's totally different. I mean, they're in a league of their own. They're right at big resistance at 85. With Baba, I would not touch calls until we break 85 right here. That's a pretty big area, to be honest. So that's a big spot there. I don't think I'd touch this one too much till it breaks there. Ooh. Yeah, Eric, let's see Neo real quick. NIO. Yeah, really falling over. I mean, it moved up a little bit. Now it's pulling back. I'm definitely leaning to the downside on this one. Just kind of like a bearish intraday setup. When you see like a pullback and rejection like that. Definitely not the best. So it's starting to, you know, reject off this resistance overhead. And the resistance is kind of perfected on yesterday's hits as well. So like you can see it's hitting there, starting to turn over. With these two red candles coming in, that's definitely like a weird type of pattern. Like I said, big turnover here. Now, if it hit here and just consolidated and didn't look quite as rough, I'd be more bullish on it for a breakout. But since it didn't hold its ground at all, I'm not really going to look at it for a huge break or anything like that right now, since it's kind of starting to turn over. Hey, that's what I mean. So Manny says it's a huge problem. $3,500 for the Apple headset, right? $3,500. All right, now I just want to put this into perspective for you guys really quick, okay? Okay. Because now I know it's not the same. Now Mike and myself were actually talking about this already, okay? So Mike said, yeah, 3,500 is a lot. I don't know if anyone's going to buy that. And I said that $3,500 was honestly not a bad price. Now, keep in mind, like when you go to like a normal laptop, right, or a normal computer, okay, look, you could buy them here anywhere from like, you know, $800 to $1,500, right, for like something fairly decent. I'm not saying it's going to be the best, but pretty good. Like, look right here, you know, $1,700, XPS 15 laptop, 16 or 32 gigs of RAM, terabyte of storage, RTX 3050. I mean, that's terrible. That's a terrible graphics card. So like a lot of these computers here, you know, they're already like $1,100, $1,200. Now let's go to like maybe a better computer that would maybe be something that maybe professionals buy. And I'm saying this just because I bought this one, or one from these guys. But like, let's just say you're gonna buy like a big like computer from these guys, right? Like look at the starting prices here. $1,794, $1,755. Look at this one, $3,235 starting price for the ones that look cool. You know, with the really good stuff in them, like the 4090 graphics card, all the RAM. Man, like it's just insane to see the price of some of these things. Now, whenever I see a headset like that, and I can see everything that headset's capable of, to me, $3,500 is just really not that bad. It's really not. Now, let's be honest here, guys. That could be a write-off as well. Like, for anybody out there who does anything on the side. Like, if you do anything on the computer on the side, you're talking about a 100% write-off on that product. Because you can use it as a workstation. It's awesome. Apple WWDC. I'm going to pull up a little video here that shows kind of like the workstation part of it, because it's so cool to see how this stuff can work. Like right here.
Pro, you're no longer limited by a display. Your surroundings become an infinite canvas. Use your apps anywhere.
Like we're talking about a total write-off. So like look, like let's just say for example, right? Now, this is kind of true for me. Like let's just say like I had to pay like 12 grand in taxes last year. Okay? I could write this whole thing off. Like nothing. Just write it off. Now I don't even have to. It's almost like I bought it for free, essentially, with this headset. Same thing with any computer that you guys want as well. You guys can do that on taxes. Obviously, now I'm not a tax expert, but you know, just from doing this for a few years, you can write anything off that you want. As long as you're, you know, have some type of like 1099 self-employed contractor income. Yeah, you guys can write off anything, essentially. So, now you got to be careful, you know your laws and know what you're doing, but yeah, like this would just be a total write-off. And same thing for any computer you want, anything like that, just big write-offs. I mean, people don't know how to play taxes like that too much, and it's very, very, very beneficial to continue to buy more products and etc., so that you can try to eliminate those taxes. Like if you know you're going to pay like 7 to 10 grand, boom, buy the headset. You just wrote off $3,500. Simple. Simple. Neo pulling back over. There we go. Turning over. Had that big resistance hit. Just looks bearish today. You know, this type of setup to me is just bearish. Even when it was like green moving up, just a little bit bearish there. But I don't know. I'm going to make a poll. Let me know what you guys think, okay? I'm going to make a poll. Is $3,500 too much for the headset? Yes. Nope. Not that bad for the tech. All right, guys, I'm asking you guys in the poll. I would really like to know if you guys would let me know here, please. Very much. Now, just keep in mind, guys, like, if you guys are traders out there, like I hate to say it, guys, but like my computer costs like $6 grand, you know? So like, I don't know, like $3,500 for a little headset like that's not too bad, especially considering everybody's paying like $1,500 for their phones and all this. Now we have to keep in mind, guys, like really quick, like let me know here, because we have to keep in mind the cost savings of this headset as well. Like this headset's not just gonna be, it's not just like, oh, you're gonna buy a headset and you're gonna play a couple games on it and you're done. Okay? This headset is going to take the place of monitors around your room. It's gonna take the place of walls, desks, keyboards. I mean, all that time. Now, you're probably still gonna want a keyboard, of course, but it's gonna, like, make it so that you don't have to buy all those things. Like, you don't have to buy a TV or anything like that anymore. You can just watch it on there. Now, I know you're gonna want a TV, but, like, in retrospect, you don't have to if you have this headset, right? You don't have to. You can just set it up to have the damn TV on the wall. And then on your other wall, you could have 10 stock charts. And on the other wall, who knows the capabilities? You know, now, I don't know how powerful it's going to be in the beginning or what you're going to be able to do. But just keep in mind, like, if you just take in the account of, like, the monitors here. Like, let's just say you had some more expensive monitors. I mean, hell, like, in front of me right now, like, in person, I'm literally staring at, like, $1,000 in monitors in front of me. So you're talking like it's only $2,500 now, considering you don't have to buy all those screens. And then you consider it's like the cost of a computer, so you take another $1,000 off. Now it's only $1,500. And I'll tell you what, $1,500 for a headset like that's really not bad. Like I said, write it all off and it's free. It's fucking free. Unless you just, you know, unless you don't believe in writing anything off or something, which is just wrong. But let's see. Catherine says, everyone in the family will have their own headset to watch TV now. It's not reasonable. Yeah, I don't know. I'm glad you guys are voting for it, though. You know, interesting. Everybody voted that it's too much. I don't know, guys. You know, just... Hey, where's everybody out there saying that the Teslas cost too much, you know? I mean, a lot of you guys, like, love Tesla cars, but you guys don't mind paying, you know, like, double the price for those, right? Like, I don't know. That's all I'm gonna say. It's not that bad, though. I don't think $3,500 is really that much, guys. I mean, like, I get it. It's a lot, but for something like that, with the capability and with the cool factor to it, it's really not that much. Like, let's be honest. Like, if any of you guys out there own, like, a Rolex, right? If anyone out there owns a Rolex and then you say that that headset's too expensive, I mean, you're just biting your own tongue. Now, I know the Rolex might go up in price eventually or something, but still, I mean, you're way overpaying for just a stupid timekeeper. I mean, this headset could keep your time and do work for you, make you money. I mean, I don't know. I don't know. Teslas that cost too much. They are overpriced. Everyone's like, they are overpriced, Tom. What are you saying? Yeah, they are overpriced. I'll say that. They're coming down, though. Do you guys see that news of them coming down? Talking about coming down, the stock is kind of rejecting off this 215 area. Looking good for a day trade to the downside here. Tangy, I just saw your one comment. I think it would definitely improve the adult films, Tangy. I don't know how much it would improve it, but I definitely think it can. That's for sure. Definitely think it could. Let's see some Disney resistances here. Good resistance. Sorry, guys. Had some questions in the Discord real quick. Gengar says, I'm eating noodles. What Rolex you talking about, Tom? I know. I know, Gengar. Not everyone has one, of course. But I'm just saying, a lot of people... I feel like, now I'm not saying everybody in here is wrong, of course, because, obviously just vote for what you want. Like, I'm glad you guys have your own opinions. That's cool. It's just one of those things where, like, I feel like people, sometimes they look at the cost of things in a weird type of way, right? So, like, let's just say, like, for example, like, let's just say, here's a real good example, right? Now, I don't know how many of you guys out there, like, smoke or anything, right? Like, let's just say out there, some of you guys smoke cigarettes. Some of you guys smoke marijuana or whatever, or anything, right? Like, imagine the money that adds up to every year. You could buy the headset with that money, and then you could also make money using your headset. You could, like, live stream yourself probably using it when it first comes out. You could use the headset to work, like I said. There's a lot of possibilities to make more money using that thing. So, I don't know, it's like a tool as well. It's not necessarily just like a big, I don't know, piece of fun that costs $3,500. I don't know. Sometimes it pisses me off, like my car, like the air conditioner goes out, right? I get a $2,000 bill from the damn place because the air conditioner goes out. Now that makes me angry more than the headset. The air conditioner. Any thoughts on Shopify? For sure. Actually, it's holding up very well today. Starting to break that high of day. Looking pretty good, actually. I like that. I like that. 12 total votes in the poll. Appreciate that, guys. Get back into some stocks here. Shopify, 6280. Seems kind of bearish at the moment, but if it breaks that high of day again around 6280, watch it. Because that area is right around resistance, and if it breaks that again, I think we could see a bigger run start to come through. Wow, that's a big move, though. Come on, Shopify. Try to hold up. I always put Shopify and Spotify together for some reason. I don't know why. Maybe just because it's the Fi's, but I always think about them at the same time. I don't know if you guys do that. Spotify, Shopify. Let's go back to Neo. Ooh, that's brutal. Yeah, that's a big turnover. We saw Neo there. Man. Cornish, are you yanking my chain right now? Huh. That'd be pretty cool, Sean, to have the headset do, like, vehicle repair for you. Or anything like that. Like, see, that's what I'm saying, like, with this headset, guys. That could be so cool. Like, let's say, like, you guys wanted to, you know, walk around outside, right? Like, you could walk around. Now, this might seem a little weird, but, like, the headset could probably... So, like, imagine this. Like, I bet you that there could be, like, wall hacks. Like, wall hacks, game. Wall hacks in, we'll say Counter-Strike, right? Here. So if you guys are using, like, wall hacks on a video game, okay, it essentially, like, outlines people like this, right? So, like, if you see them or anything, you get the outline. Now, obviously, the headsets that we're going to be seeing can't see people through walls. But, like, let's imagine, like, you're walking around outside and this headset is, like, automatically highlighting everything that it sees for you. Like, a bird goes by and there's, like, a little box around the bird. Or there's, like, you know, outlines around the people or something. But, wow. Like, that could definitely be, like, a opportunity for the headset. There's so many opportunities. Hell, I feel like for developers out there and creators and everything, it could be huge. Like, you guys keep saying stock charts and stuff on the walls. Like, that's gonna happen. I mean, that's gonna be easily available with that headset. I've never even worn one of those things. I don't know about you guys. I've never worn one. I've never worn a Meta Quest. I've never worn an Oculus. I wore one time at, like, an arcade thing that it was like a roller coaster thing. But other than that, I haven't worn one. So, and it honestly looked kind of bad through the roller coaster thing. Huh. Hey, I don't know how it'd be able to x-ray, but it could definitely help Rocky. Like, it could identify, like, different parts in there. Yeah, like you said, gave you a headache. Apparently, Apple said that they tried to really do some tech to not give you a headache, but I don't know. It'll be what it is. I really just can't wait to have it for, like, sports and stuff, but at the same time, you know, like, my only gripe with the headset, it's cool. I just don't like wearing crap on my head. I'll be honest. That's really, I don't like wearing glasses. I like wearing my hat, my golf hat, but that's totally different. That's not anything like a big headset around your stuff and you're trying to keep it to stay in the right spot. That's my biggest gripe with it. Hell, I'd rather wear a whole helmet. How's Visa looking? Ooh, Visa's coming back. How are the banks today? Nice! BAC, JPM starting to go. That's awesome. I think Mike actually called this one out either yesterday or Friday. Man, what a move. I really appreciate you guys voting in the poll, though. For anybody who hasn't voted yet, please check it out. Cast your votes there. 13 votes. I figured most of you guys would vote that it was too much, but I'm curious to see, like, I'd like to get that to like 20 votes or something. That way it looks like a better showing of people on the votes, Better showing. Purdy says the headset doesn't replace the TV if you want to watch with friends or family. It definitely doesn't, Tangy. Definitely does not. Yeah, it definitely is more of like a thing of, more of a private deal, right? It'd be fun with friends or family. Well, Purdy, I'll be honest, man. I think that you could actually, well, I hate to say it, Purdy, but you could actually do it. He said it could be dangerous if you want to be alert to your surroundings. Well, Purdy, I don't think you saw the video last night, did you? Or yesterday. Man, it actually showed a guy interacting with his kids because you can see through the headset, Purdy, like you're not even wearing it. I saw a video of a guy interacting with his children while he had the headset on cooking dinner. And it was, because you can see everything in the world like it's normal. And you can actually watch TV while the headset's on too. Most of the time with these apps, you can have it on a TV next to you so that you can, so that the people like on the couch can like watch what you're watching through the headset, if that makes sense. That's how it usually works. But it would be a little weird to have like a headset on while all your friends don't. But I feel like it'd be fun for like video games with friends or something. But I feel you with that. Definitely, in my opinion, more of like a private thing. Like if people are at your house, you're probably not going to be having that big ass headset on. But they did show though, like the guy interacting with the children with it and all that, and yeah, that's the cool thing, Purdy. Like, that's what makes this headset cool, is that you can see the whole world in front of you. And Purdy, the best thing about it is, get this, you control it with your eyes, your hand gestures. You don't have like a phone to control this or like a controller or anything. You like look at what you want and it knows what you're looking at. It's so crazy to me. So crazy. I'm very curious to see how it goes at the beginning. Like Corbin said, definitely worth the price if it works. If it works. Now, if it gives people headaches, it's not going to work. If the battery only lasts like an hour or two, it might not work too well. People might not like that. But on the other side of things, there's so many cool things about it that it's like, You know what I'm thinking that could be really cool? What if you could get it to like show you candlestick patterns, as in like you look at a stock chart on like your screen and like it'll pop up and show you like this is a cup and handles right here or something like that. I don't know, that'd be kind of cool. Imagine placing trades by just looking at the stock. Like you look at it and then you look at the buy button and it just buys it. That'd be so weird. Let's go, CCL. Looking great here today. How's Meta? I thought Meta would go down with some of that headset news, because it's like Apple's kind of competing with them on this, but they're actually moving up, it looks like. Meta's actually almost triple topping here, guys. You might want to watch out on this one. Oh, man, that 275 area is going to be huge. Man, that's a big area here. Come on, Meta. Let's go check in on Apple, Microsoft, and the gang. Alright, Apple's looking okay. It's starting to hit off resistance, move back to the downside in a pretty good way there. Still looks more bearish to me than bullish, especially Microsoft. Microsoft, to me, is setting up like a dead cat bounce right now, guys. So, like, the question is, when's it going to turn over? But we're getting this, like, upwards momentum here. Eventually, I think it's going to hit and start to have a big secondary leg to the downside. If it's not right now, I mean, I think they're going to break the low of day. Under 333 by the end. We'll see. If not, you guys can come in the chat and roast me and say, it didn't get under 333. Manny says Meta is a lot cheaper than Apple's. What are you talking about? The headset, Manny? Because if you're talking about the headset, that's because Meta's headset sucks. And like, like I hate to say it, Manny. Like, I know you're all caps. I don't know if you're heated or something, but it's 3500 is really not that bad for that headset. Like, I get it. You know, everyone has their opinion. Maybe it's also that you guys are a little bit older as well. Like, maybe you don't see the potential for the headset that I see for it. I don't know, maybe something like that too, but Meta's headset sucks. I mean, to be honest, like, it's blurry. It doesn't even have good graphics. You have to use controllers, like, in your hands to run them and stuff, or on the phone, or, like, Xbox controller or something. Like, it's nothing compared to the Apple one. I mean, it's so much better. Yeah, I've actually seen a couple of those, and everyone tells me not to buy Metas. They all say it's terrible. Honestly, everybody I know who has one has told me it's really not worth it. Now, maybe it's worth it for some people, but then again, if you're really into this type of thing, like I said, 3,500 is not that much. Palantir 1535, big breakout. Yeah, Sean, I'm not saying everybody, but, you know, I'm just saying I think a lot of people don't think about the opportunities of the headset. They just look at the price and instantly go, oh, terrible. You know, everyone does that. I see it all the time with everything. It's the same thing with cars, I mean, phones. Like, look at this new Samsung phone, right? Samsung folding phone. What up? Look at this. This phone is almost $2,000, you know? Like, I didn't see too many people hating on this too much. Now, I'm sure people are gonna now that I'm saying it, but, you know. I don't know. That seems a lot for a phone to me, too. And all it does is fold? Like, Jesus, that's all it does? Like, it doesn't help you at all besides folding? Man, I don't know. Yeah, you do save You do. It is expensive, you know, 3,500's a lot. I'll give it that, but do you guys remember whenever Tesla's stock was like, what was the price on Tesla's stock? Do you guys remember pre-split? What was it, like 2,500 bucks a share or something? I can't remember. It was high though. 5-to-1 split, and then we had the 3-to-1. Let's see, Bank of America. Someone's looking for resistance here. 30 bucks. Ooh. Yeah, you'd save a lot. The thing is, you know, I would still have the monitors and the TV and everything like that, so I wouldn't really save too much on it, but, you know, some people, you might only have to buy one instead of buying 3 or 4 now, which could be helpful. When a person buys a product, two parties come to a mutually beneficial agreement. I could care less what any third party has to say, Sean says. I like it, Sean. I'm glad you guys are interested in the headsets, though. You know, I'm glad to see you guys at least talking about it. You know, cool to see that. Always good to have some nice conversations about these things in the chat, and hey, I like it. You know, I like hearing all the opinions. I really do. I like getting the conversations going. It's pretty fun. You know, it's enjoyable. Talk about things like this. You don't always have to agree, and that's the cool thing about these things. That's what's cool about it. Let's go back to Meta real quick. Looked like it was doing great earlier. Man, it's about to break its resistance again. Come on, Meta, that's insane. How do they keep doing that? Day after day after day, they just keep going. Beautiful. Matterport's up 5%. MTTR 5.3%. Chewy's up. Keisha must be happy right now. Let's go. That's cool for Chewy. Let's see it on the daily. Okay, coming up good off of lows. They probably have some room to go, guys. Like, this one seems like it could be a good multi-day runner. Even if it consolidates, it looks like it'd be good to go up, which is something I prefer getting shares on, but it is what it is. Man. This AMD play still eats me alive that I didn't fucking buy in right down here. Damn it. I really wanted to buy in there. Should've. Everyone said the damn stock was too high right here. Oh, yeah. Yeah. It was, alright. It was too high at 80. Went up another 55%. Yeah. That's kind of annoying. MVIS. Wow. Microvision. I don't know what's up with MVIS here, but I don't even know what they do. But, wow. Let's look at this one. Microvision. I'm curious to see what they do here. I forgot what they make specifically. Oh, a leader in MEMS-based solid-state automotive LiDAR and advanced driver assistance systems. I love that. I'm actually a big fan of LiDAR. I think that's a great thing here with MVIS. I love it. Yeah. Yeah, I love LiDAR, guys. Now, I know Elon says he doesn't like LiDAR. I don't know the reasoning behind that. Something with it. I don't know. Now, Elon doesn't use LiDAR on Tesla cars. What I always say is, why not use more? I always say, use Tesla sensors, use LiDAR. You should be using 3 or 4 different types of sensors on there, to be honest. But whatever, I guess Elon knows, or he's trying to save money, or whatever it is. But either way, I like LiDAR. For anyone who doesn't know what LiDAR is, LiDAR essentially shoots out lasers all over the place to give you an image. So it's going to give you an image based on like how close and far away things are. So like, for example, if you're using it in a car, right? Like let's just say it's a Tesla, and it has like a LiDAR thing. Like I said, Tesla doesn't use LiDAR, but let's say they did. It would shoot like lasers all the time, constantly, all over the place, and it would know where a car is because it would show it on like the lasers, for example, and the lasers would be able to even form like an image of the car, like on the screen and stuff. Like it's pretty cool, and I like that because the lasers, it's a lot better to me than looking at like a video camera, which I know Elon's real big into video cameras. And the problem with video cameras is that, like, all right, here's the problem with video cameras. So, like, let's say you're going around a road like this, right? Now, this has happened with Tesla plenty of times. Let's say you're one of these cars at the bottom, or let's say you're this blue car and you're going around this corner. If these cars happen to be stopped right there, and these walls on the road are high enough that the cameras can't see around them, you're essentially not going to see the cars until it's too late for your car to stop, and you're going to fly into it. Whereas if you have lasers shooting out, it might shoot lasers all through this highway here. Now, I'm not saying it will, but I'm saying, like, you could try to, it'll probably like bounce lasers off of things and try to identify them that way before you get there. So, I don't know, you know, I'm sure Elon has a reason for the LiDAR, but that's interesting with MVIS, microvision. That is quite the pop today. Like, you gotta look at it. 27%. That's a big one. Big one there. Yeah, Cornish says, we'll just have to see who buys the headset. Yeah, I know. See, that's the thing, like, I'm not even probably gonna buy it, but, like, I love the tech with it, right? Like, I love the tech with it. I probably won't buy it myself, just because, to be honest, like, I'd rather put $3,500 into my car or something, you know? Like, if I was gonna. So, that's how it is. Although, it is a write-off. So, that really makes me second guess it, because that's just me paying $3,500 less in taxes, man. Which I'll take. I'll take that any day of the week. Any day of the week. Yeah, that's what I said, Manny. I totally said that. I said it tons of times, Manny. Yeah, he said he didn't like LiDAR. That's kind of why I brought it up. Yeah, he said he didn't like it, and it's weird to me that he don't like it, though. So you're saying it's because it's bulky? I don't know. It can't be that bad. I mean, geez, like, it's just some sensors. You could fit that in somewhere. Or have somebody make some better sensors. I don't know. I'm not the expert in it, but I feel like that they should have LiDAR and the cameras and everything. I don't care if it puts an extra 100 pounds or a little bulkiness or something. I don't know. I would want him to be as safe as possible. It's weird to me that Elon doesn't want to use it. I don't know. Very strange to me, but then again, Elon's a pretty strange guy, so. I get it, he's real smart, but then again, he's made a lot of weird decisions that weren't very smart, too. Although he's probably my favorite business guy in the stock world, honestly. As he's probably a lot of people's. Alright, I'm going to go ahead and end the poll here. 18 total votes. I appreciate that, guys. We're getting towards the end of the stream here. Is $3,500 too much for the headset? 66% of you guys said yes. 22% said nope. Not bad for the tech. 11% said you were indifferent. And nobody said that they didn't like AR or VR. So, that's good. That's really cool. Thank you for voting in the poll and being a part of that. I appreciate it. I really do. Yeah, so. Yeah, exactly, Manny. Like, that's what I'm saying. Like, yeah, I've seen stuff like that. just simply just set it back into the car a little bit so that it don't stick out or something, and it wouldn't look that bad. You know, like, I really think that they could engineer that to look better, Manny. Like, kind of like on a Mercedes. Have you guys ever driven Mercedes? I'll show you what I mean. Now, it's not just Mercedes. It's tons of them. S63 windshield sensors, right? Now, I'm not saying this is LiDAR, obviously, so keep that in mind, but I'll show you what I'm talking about here. Like, if you see a Mercedes vehicle, like, they all have these huge things right here on the windshield right there. And I feel like with this LiDAR stuff, you could get that and engineer the tech to make it look better so that it doesn't look as bad as what you posted, Manny. I mean, that looks pretty rough. Yeah, like, now if I had to use that every time, I see what they're saying. This is what it looks like. If you did have to design a car that had that on top, I would probably go against it, but I'll be honest, I'm not someone that would ever even use the self-driving, so I wouldn't even care about it because I wouldn't even use it, but I don't know, that definitely looks bad, man. Like, they gotta make it look flush, or else you're right, it's terrible. Yeah, that's the thing, Sean, right? And, like, let's be honest, man, like guys, like, let's be honest, like, we're sitting here saying that headset's a lot, you know? Here, like, I was just at the Lake of the Ozarks for Memorial Day weekend, okay? Memorial Day weekend. I think I saw probably 3,000 boats that cost over, like, $150,000 while I was down there. And get this, some of those big boats, they could go through a tank of gas in about 2 hours, maybe an hour, if they went wide open throttle on some of those big boats. And to fill those boats up, just to fill up one time on the weekend would be like $2,500 to $3,000 just to fill up that boat because they have huge fuel tanks. You know, like, I think that we're in a different world sometimes with some of these guys, you know? like we're talking about these guys spending $3,500 just to get gas. And then they're going to blow it and then get gas again in 3 hours. So it's like, I don't know. So sometimes it's just the amount of money out there in the world. It's like, geez. Sean says Square. Hell yeah, Sean. That's huge. Square's running up. $64. But hey, we'll be there one day, right, guys? We'll be out there on those boats. I'll tell you what, we're going to have a stocked up party at the Ozarks one of these days if my plans this winter go through right. That's cool, though, Sean. Square to the upside. Big run. I like that $64 move up through there. Looks great. Looks fantastic. LVS. Man. How's Tessie looking? Hey, they're coming back a little bit today. Glad to see. They were looking a little bit rough at first, but coming back now. Well, hey, I appreciate you guys joining up today. I appreciate you guys talking also about some of the hot takes and stuff like that. I always love nice conversations and, you know, some arguments and stuff like that back and forth. It's always fun to talk about these things. I will say, Manny, I 100% agree with that LiDAR thing. I mean, if that sticks out like that, that's crap. That can't stick out like that. SM chat. Looking at the heat map there. Pretty weird heat map looking today. Pretty red. No movement really. But yeah, hey, I appreciate you guys. It was a good day. Looks like PGA Tour is merging with Live Golf, which is interesting here. So, very interesting. Well, all right, guys. I appreciate you. Have a great rest of your day. Appreciate all of you guys for joining up. Let's go. Whole lot of green for Meta. Are they coming back? Oh my god, they're still breaking out. Let's go. What a day. That's crazy. Wow. Huge move up. But that's good there. Good job, Meta. I appreciate that. Thank you for commenting, SOL. If you guys are new here, smash that subscribe button. Other than that, I will talk to you guys tomorrow. I will be going live at Open. Tomorrow, I promise I won't nerd out about Apple the whole time. For anybody out there who, doesn't like that, hey, just let us know sometimes. Hey, get back to the stocks or something, Sometimes it's like that. But have a great rest of the day, guys. I'll talk to you later. Have a good one.